Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crocheting Coffee here, and today we're doing our Wip and Chat. So pull out whatever it is you're working on and work along with me. I am still working on the little French lady from Diamond Art Club. Of course, her name is not called the French lady. I just can't pronounce her name correctly. This is the canvas that I'm doing for Stitcherista, and I will show all of it. I will show it all in all of its glory as soon as it's done, but I don't want to show it until it's done, until she has it. So if you're looking to see what a canvas looks like, unfortunately, you will not see it in this video. So yeah, so I hope you all had a great weekend. You were staying safe, not touching your face, washing your hands, all that fun jazz. It has been an interesting weekend here in the coffee house. I've been trying to keep the kids entertained because it was a rainy, soggy weekend. It rained both Saturday and Sunday here, so the kids didn't get a lot of time outside, which kind of sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. We have other indoor things that we can play, but usually we try not to play them in the house. Like, the one game that I love to play with the kids is Jenga. That's one of my, like, what was your favorite childhood game? Write that down in the comments. Already, we're not even 2 minutes into the video and you already got a question. One of my favorite childhood games to play was Jenga. It was a game that you couldn't cheat at, because I had a bunch of siblings, okay? So they would cheat at everything. And you don't play Monopoly at my parents' house, because Pawpaw gets very competitive. But one of my childhood favorite games was Jenga. And I love playing Jenga to the point where even as an adult, when I lived in Pennsylvania, there was a lady that would make giant yard games. So we have giant Yahtzee and we have giant Jenga. And so we have a giant Jenga set, and I decided, you know, we're in the house. It's soggy outside. We obviously can't go outside and play. I'm like, let's pull out giant Jenga. Now, we usually play giant Jenga on carpet because the wood blocks are really loud when they fall. And so I'm like, let's not make a bunch of noise and disturb the neighbors or anything. So let's play giant Jenga in Orion's room, because the Jenga set is kept in his closet. So we played giant Jenga, and we're sitting there playing, and the kids are having a blast, and I was so excited because I love that game. Now, this is where the trouble starts. We get to a spot where the whole board is wobbly. Like, you touch any beam on the little stack, and it starts to wobble. And Maggie was up next, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, Maggie, be very careful. Kids are not careful, okay? They don't know what it means to be careful or go slow. So I'm trying to explain to Maggie, okay, do it really slow. Pick whichever piece you're going to pull out and do it really slow. Tap it and then pull it out slow. Well, Orion was looking for his next move, so he's kind of looking all over the board. Meanwhile, Maggie's picking her move. As she picks it, Orion pokes his head around the corner of the Jenga set to look for his next move. The whole set falls right on top of Orion. Orion's sitting there, he's like, oh God! And I'm like, oh my God, Orion. So I'm like trying to unbury him from all the Jenga pieces. And I'm like, are you okay? He goes, I'm okay. Y'all, that set of Jenga pieces is really heavy, so I was a little worried. So like, I'm checking him all over to make sure he's okay, and he's like, Mom, I'm fine. I'm mad. And I'm like, well, why are you mad? I mean, I understand you're mad that the Jenga set fell on you, but why are you mad? And he goes, because I had the best move going and it fell over. And I'm like, well, now we get to do it all over again. I think we played like 3 or 4 rounds of Jenga before they decided to give up, because usually it's one of those games that I can play with them for a couple of hours before they're like, nah, we're done playing this now. So we played a couple of rounds of Jenga, and I let them pick out dinner. They wanted I think they wanted Applebee's. Yeah, they wanted Applebee's for dinner Friday night. So we had Applebee's, and I was like, okay, so what do we have to do today? Because I usually write it down on the whiteboard that I got from Arteza, what we have planned for the day, because I knew I needed to clean the house. I needed to de-shed the dogs. I don't usually do it when it's raining, and I wasn't expecting it to rain so much, but I really needed to brush the dogs. So I was like, all right, well, you guys, let's clean this up, and you guys can play freely for a little bit while Mommy goes and brushes the dogs. And they're like, okay. So they go start cleaning up, and I grab Killian, and what I usually do is I put them on their leash. And usually, again, I do this outside, but I will do it in the house every once in a while. If it gets bad enough, I'll do it in the house, and I'll like tie their dog leash to one of the dog crates or something. Well, I tied Killian to his dog crate, and I start brushing him. My dogs don't mind getting brushed. They don't mind being groomed. So I wasn't expecting like him to like be all like dramatic and crying and rolling all over the place or anything. So I tie him up and I start brushing him. Now, I didn't see that Maggie had came out to come sit with me. And as I'm brushing the dog, she at some point, I don't know when, came out and decided to come sit with me. Well, she is laying on the floor and I hear her tablet, but because they usually are so loud, I always think that she's just in her room. And I was getting ready to yell to tell her to turn it down. And I finished brushing Killian. It took me about 30 minutes to brush Killian. Now, I don't know how long she was laying on the floor while I was brushing Killian because I was just so into brushing him because it's literally a full-time job trying to keep this dog from shedding puffs of glittery dog fur all over the house. So I'm literally sitting there and I'm brushing the dog and I look over and I see lights underneath his fur. Now, there's a ton of fur all over the floor, okay? And it's hardwood floor, so I can easily sweep it up, no problem, for those wondering. But I see the lights going off under his fur, and I'm like, what the hell is that? It's Maggie. She had, at some point, came and laid out on the floor while I was brushing Killian, and I had buried her in dog fur. And because she was behind me, I didn't see her because I wasn't turning around looking behind me. But I had covered her in dog fur, and she gets up and she has fur all over her face. She has fur all in her hair. She has fur everywhere, and she's looking at me. She's like, look, Mom, I look like Santa. Oh, sweet Lord. So I'm like, okay, well, it's time for me to finish up with Killian. You need to go get a shower. And she's like, well, why do I have to get a shower? I'm like, because you're covered in dog fur, for one. And let's get your shower now so you don't have to do it later. And she goes, oh, Mom, that's a good idea. So I go, okay. So I get them in the shower. I get a shower myself. She comes back and she's like, what are we going to do for the rest of the day, Mom? And I'm like, I don't know. I have live tonight, so I don't know what we're going to do. I was expecting the soggy weekend. So I was like, it's supposed to be a soggy weekend, so we'll play like Jenga and stuff and whatever. And we played Jenga a couple more times, and we played cards. We played Uno and Skippo. And I try to keep, you know, easy games in the house for the kids to play. And then Maggie had us playing Old Maid, and then because each kid get to pick a game, and then Orion decides, Mommy, I want to show you how to play Roblox. And I'm like, what? And he goes, I want to show you how to play Roblox. Oh, okay. Now Roblox is one of the little games that Orion likes to play on top of Fortnite and, you know, Minecraft and, you know, those other games. So he's like, let's play Fortnite, or let's play Roblox. And I'm like, okay. Maggie goes, yeah, Orion, let's show Mommy. So they get in, they get me all hooked up into this game, and Orion's walking me through how to play. Now Maggie is a cross-platform game, so Maggie's playing on the tablet, Orion's playing with me on the Xbox. I'm sitting there looking like I'm about 100 years old and seeing technology for the first time. I had no clue what was going on. And then he goes, let's play Zombie Battle. Maggie's like, oh yeah, that's my favorite. And he's like, now Maggie, don't kill Mommy. Let her try to figure this out. And I'm like, oh, I got this. I ain't got to figure this out, because you got to act cool for your kids. You can't let them know that there's weakness there, that you don't know how to do something. So you got to act cool. And I'm like, I got this. She don't got to not kill me. I got this. I was in there for like 30 seconds and got killed. And I was like, I'm going to do my best to get this. I don't know if I got this, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. So as the second match starts, I'm sitting there and he goes, okay, Mom, press the right bumper key to, or the right bumper stick to draw your weapon. And I'm like, okay. And everything's in like 8-bit, so it looks like Legos. And so, oh, hold on, I got a diamond sticking up. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I got this. I got this. Zombie comes up to me and he goes, pull your weapon out, Mom. I pulled the weapon out, but he didn't tell me how to shoot. So essentially I just put on a show of showing the zombie what weapons I had, because all I could do was essentially just pull out my weapon. I'm like, how do I shoot? How do I shoot? And he's trying to tell me how to shoot, but I can't hear him. I can't hear him because I'm screaming, because I'm trying to shoot, but it's not shooting for me. So I'm like, how do I shoot? And he's like, Mom, press this button, press this button. He's trying to press the button for me instead of telling me. So I don't know how I'm shooting, but he's shooting for me, and then he's trying not to die himself, but Maggie's maniacally laughing, and I'm like, Maggie, what's so funny? And she goes, I'm the zombie. Apparently in this gameplay, you can be either the zombies or the people that are killing the zombies. Maggie decided she likes to be the zombies. Orion likes to be the hunter. Maggie likes to be the zombies. They play this game together all the time. This was the first time I got to play, okay? Y'all, I was sitting there and I was trying so hard not to get mad at this game. But I swear the game cheats, because I swear a couple of times when I was trying to shoot, all it would do is just draw my weapon and show it to the zombie. And I'm like, no, shoot. Like, I'm all up in this game. Ryan's like, Mom, are you done playing now? I'm like, no, we're going to play again. I forced them to play like 5 or 6 more rounds with me. I'm like, I will get this. So I'm pretty excited, because after I finish with this Wip and Chat, I'm going to go play Roblox. And that's my thing right now is Orion's friends are ever so gracious enough to put up with me playing Roblox with them. So I get to go play Roblox with the kids. Mr. Coffee came home that day, and I'm still in Orion's room with the headset on, yelling at Orion's friends to shoot better, because we're in the middle of a gunfight, and the one zombie was coming at one of Orion's friends, and I'm like, shoot! He's like, I'm trying to shoot. I'm like, shoot better! I am playing with a bunch of like 9 and 10-year-olds, and I'm yelling at them to shoot better, and all Mr. Coffee hears when he walks in the house is, well, shoot better! And he's like, what the hell are y'all doing? And I'm like, Orion taught me how to play Roblox. I got this. Y'all, I just shot diamonds everywhere. Oh no. There's gonna be diamonds everywhere. Anyways, and he just comes in and he looks at me and he goes, oh gosh, y'all done taught your mom how to play this game. Now I've been like completely obsessed with the game. Last night, I could have finished this canvas last night, but Roblox, y'all. It's my new obsession. I was playing Animal Crossing, but Maggie took it from me, and so she's now playing Animal Crossing. So I was like, all right, I'll just play with Orion. Now Orion's friends are like, Orion, where's your mom? Can we play Roblox? And I'm like, yeah, let's play Roblox. But I have to get another headset because there's only one headset. So I was using my headphones from my my phone. And so, yeah, I'm going to go play Roblox when I'm done here. So if this Whip and Chat is not an hour long, I do apologize, but Roblox is a calling. So I was excited to play Roblox with Orion, because Orion usually is in his room all the time. And at one point, I think Sunday, I walked past Orion's room. I was putting laundry away because Sunday is laundry day for me. I know a lot of people do laundry all the time. I don't do laundry all the time. I do laundry once a week. On Sundays. That's it. If it's not washed on Sundays, it will get washed the next Sunday. But I walk past Orion's room and I hear him reading, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, he decided to take a break off his game and read a little bit. Orion has started his own Oprah Winfrey reading club. Like, you know how Oprah Winfrey used to have that book club? I don't know if she still does or not, but Oprah Winfrey used to have that book club. Well, now Orion has a book club where him and his friends will all decide on a book they want to read from that website, stories.audible.com. And they were all reading the same book and discussing the book over video chat. And it was a couple of his friends from school. And I'm like, Orion, aren't you playing Roblox? He goes, no, we took a break. We wanted to read a book. And I'm like, all right. They're literally all taking turns reading books. And I'm like, well, that's really cool, because then there's 4 of them, so they each got to read, like, they would each read a chapter or so of their book, and then they would all talk about the book. And I'm like, my son has started his own book club. Mama ain't never been so proud. Meanwhile, there's Maggie. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't pay the closest attention to my kids, and I probably should, since my only job in life right now is to make sure that they stay alive. I can't keep plants alive, so the fact that my kids are still alive is a miracle. I had a bad mommy moment this weekend, and when I was playing Roblox, Maggie had gotten up and decided she was going to go play by herself for a little while, and I was like, all right, well, if you need us, we'll be in here playing Roblox. So, I'm sitting there, and I'm playing Roblox with Orion. I'm all caught up with him that I didn't pay attention to what Maggie decided she wanted to go do. I didn't know. She was quiet. That's all I knew. And most of the time when your kids are quiet, you don't question it too much. Like at first you're just like, okay, is something about to explode in my house? Because why is it so quiet in here? And then you go, you know what? It's quiet. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So I was at that point of don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Maggie's never quiet. Just let it be. It was a rainy weekend, so I figured maybe she had just taken a nap or something. And Orion goes, all right, Mom, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Okay, go to the bathroom. Orion goes to the bathroom. He's in the bathroom 2 seconds, and I hear him scream. I, of course, get up, run to the bathroom, and go, what's wrong? Now, Orion's standing there, pants down, going to the bathroom. He screams because he sees a foot hanging out of the shower. I screamed when I saw it because I didn't know what the world it was. And I'm like, what the flip is that? Here, Maggie had taken and went into her bathroom and got her pillow and blanket and her pawpaw bear, because Maggie will read to her stuffed animals. That's how I'm getting her to get confident with reading now, because she doesn't qualify for the summer tutoring program. So I figure I'll do it at home myself, and every day I have her read for about 30 minutes. And usually if she needs help, she'll come to me and tell me she needs help. But she will read a book. And usually she reads to me or Orion or her stuffed animals. And she decided she wanted to read to her stuffed animals, I guess. And me and Orion were so enthralled in playing Roblox that I didn't even pay attention to where she had went. And here, Maggie had gotten a book, gotten in the tub with her blanket and pillows and her pawpaw bear, and was reading a book by flashlight. But she didn't turn the regular light off. So that's why Orion didn't think anything when he first got into the bathroom. And then I guess she put her foot outside of the tub when he was mid-pee. Let's just say Mommy had more than one mess to clean up. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is that? We pull the shower curtain back, and sure enough, it's Maggie. She's in the tub asleep with her pillow and blanket and her pawpaw bear and her book and her flashlight. And I'm just like, oh, good gravy. So I get her out of the tub and I go put her in bed. And Orion goes, all right, Mom, we're going to go read some more of our books. And I'm like, all right, go read some of your books. So I actually got a little bit of time to sit by myself and relax and diamond paint this weekend. So I was real happy about that. Today, Mr. Coffee is working 4 to 2. It's Memorial Day, the day I'm recording this. So happy Memorial Day to the folks over in the U.S. I'm not sure if the UK and everything celebrates Memorial Day, but happy Memorial Day to everyone. Which by the time you see this will be the day after Memorial Day. So I guess it wouldn't matter unless you're watching this, and whatever. So it was a pretty awesome weekend. We played a lot of board games and indoor games, and Orion was trying to show me how to play different games on his Xbox. I eventually just went into Maggie's room because Maggie has a Wii U in her room, and we played Wii Tennis. And my elbow, you guys, my elbow hurts so bad from that game. I don't know, and it's only that game. I can play the Wii U, no problem. And they have Wii Sports, and they have Wii Bowling. I am the master of Wii Bowling, okay? We played Wii Bowling for a while. Maggie got tired of getting beat up on, so she's like, let's play tennis. Now, Maggie's the pro at tennis. She can't play it in real life, but on the video game, she is everything, okay? So, I'm trying to make sure this drill doesn't have any knobbly bits on it. A couple of the drills have knobbly bits. Making sure it's laying down smooth. So yeah, so Maggie is the queen of tennis on the Wii U. And so we played that for a little bit. But then after I'm done playing that game, for some reason, my elbow is so sore from playing. I'm like, and every time I finish playing that game, I'm like, I'm never playing this game again. And then I end up playing the game again. So yeah, so our weekend was filled with playing video games, except for the little bit of time that I spent talking to my friends, which Maggie will usually come, like, peek her head in or out and play games with us. But Maggie was in rare form because she was tired and she was fighting it. You would have thought she was a Vander Holyfield as hard as she was fighting that sleep. And I'm like, will you just go lay down and take a nap? Like, seriously. So on top of us playing games and stuff, she did nap Friday in the tub, or was Saturday in the tub. She napped Saturday in the tub. No, that wasn't Saturday. When was that? See, my days are all scrambled together now because of being in this house for so long. Oh my God, I can't. Whatever day that was, she fell asleep in the shower. The next day, she didn't want to go to take a nap. And so she was fighting it. And I was like, just take a nap. And at some point, your kids can't fight it anymore, and they just drop where they're at. And she just kind of dropped in her room in the middle of the floor, in the middle of all her toys. And I was just like, and out. Oh, right. So I turned her TV off and put a blanket over her and just closed her door. Because at this point, I'm not touching her. I'm not waking her up. I'm not disturbing her. I'm going to just let her be. So this week we are playing school because Maggie misses school. And luckily they can still access the websites that they use for school. So like Prodigy and Epic and Smarty Ants and all the little apps that she had for school, she can still access. She has access to them over the summer. So we are playing school today, which is why she's so quiet. She's in there playing on the computer. So this weekend, I got a new computer. I decided, my computer's been acting up a little bit. It needs to be cleaned out. Mr. Coffee cleaned it out. We factory restored it. It works perfectly fine now. But he was like, why don't you buy yourself a new computer? And I have been juggling the idea of getting a new computer for a while. I just hate getting new things. Not because I'm like, oh, I'm not worthy enough to get new things. Because I hate setting up new things. It is like a plague. Okay, I freaking can't stand setting up new electronics. Especially like a new laptop. Because then I have to transfer all the stuff from my old laptop to my new laptop. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I did a thing and I got a new laptop this weekend. And I was just like, great. Now I have to spend all day setting this up. I didn't spend all day setting it up because essentially all I did was save all my files from the computer that I wanted, put them on the new computer, and that was it. Like, I was done. And I was like, okay, and the computer pretty much set itself up. And so I had that going, and we factory restored the other computer to give to Maggie so that she has a computer in her room. So now Maggie has my old laptop so that she can play all her games on my laptop, on my old laptop. And now her and Orion essentially have the exact same laptop because Mr. Coffee had the exact same computer as me. And Mr. Coffee actually starts school. He's going for mobile development. He starts school June 1st. So his school, he's going to Full Sail University, and they give you a laptop when you start. And the laptop is not cheap, so like it gets put into with your tuition. And so he decided he wanted to go back to school because he's been wanting to do mobile development. He tried once when we had first gotten married, but it just didn't work out because we had just had kids and everything. And so trying to make time with his 2 jobs and me with the kids and everything else, it just didn't work out. So he wanted to try again. So I was like, what a perfect time. Your hours have been cut. The kids are home now, so I don't have to worry about picking them up and everything else. Not that that affects him in school, but it just makes things a little bit easier that the kids are home. So I was like, this will be a great time for you to start school, blah, blah, blah. So he starts school June 1st, and he's all super excited. And I'm like, of course, as soon as I get the kids out of homeschooling, then you start school. Now, I can't help him with his homework because his homework that he will be doing will be computer stuff, and I don't know nothing about that. That is not my realm. That is, I stay in my lane, and that is not my lane. That is the lane going the opposite direction. I know what I know about technology because of him. That's it. So, like, Google is my best friend. If I want to know anything, I Google it. Usually when people ask me questions, I'm like, Google it. I don't know. I'm not Google. I don't know. Just Google it. So if you ever ask me a question, I tell you to Google it. That's why, because if I don't know the answer, Google will. So he starts school soon. So he's getting super excited, and he's getting everything ready for that. And I'm like, yeah, like literally it's a perfect time because, with his hours being cut at work, for that free time that he would have, that he would normally be working, he can spend that doing his homework and stuff. Problem is now Maggie wants to go back to school. So we've been playing school to help her feel a little bit more at ease about not being at school. Because, our town isn't shut down anymore. Like, everything's pretty much open. You can go sit in restaurants and everything else like that. I think we don't even have 30 cases in our town. And probably about a good 90% of the cases are in the hospital. Like, the people are in the hospital. So they've pretty much opened up our town again. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable taking them out places. Like, if we go like we did last weekend to like somewhere outdoorsy to go hiking or something, I got that. But if it's something like indoors, like the trampoline park or something, no, not this year. We're gonna hold off on that this year. So Maggie is playing school right now. Orion is playing with his friends online. I am going to finish this up today so I can get it sent out in the mail tomorrow. So I'm pretty excited. That and Stitcherisa sent me a cross stitch pattern, you guys. I want to work on it with you. So she showed this from the last cross stitch unboxing she did, and it says, "Enjoy, my friend. Thank you for everything." And it's the cute little home cross stitch pattern. It's really cute and easy, and I was like, oh my god, I love it. It only has what, 1, 2, 3, it has 4 colors. It's just a cute little easy sunflower pattern. So I want to make that. So I'll probably work on that after I finish with this, because I have a surprise coming, as you guys already know, from DIY Moonshop. Now, DIY Moonshop will be running a contest, and I will give you more information on that as soon as I get it. I don't even know what the canvas is that they're sending. It's supposed to actually be here today, but I won't be doing an unboxing for it, so to show you, until next week, I think. So, like, I'm pretty stoked to see what it is, but I think I'm going to cross stitch so that I can work on whatever project that it is that they're sending me. I put up a poll asking you guys, did you want to see cross stitching on the channel? Because I do cross stitch, I just don't do it on the channel. I do it, you know, when I'm not recording. And a lot of you were like, you know, do whatever makes you happy, which a lot of my subscribers are. You guys are the best, and you just want to see me happy. And if doing something that you necessarily don't do is what I want to do, you guys are more than accommodating, and you're like, I'm still watching. I'm here for the stories. I don't give a crap what you're doing. I could probably be shoveling dog poop into a truck and telling you stories, and you still probably listen. So I am forever grateful for having such great people on my channel. I appreciate you guys so much. So there might be times, because, oh my God, you guys, I won a book from Hannah Lynn. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Hannah Lynn has a Patreon. Hannah Lynn, I love her. If you don't know her, she's one of the artists with Diamond Art Club. She also makes adult coloring books. When I first signed up for her Patreon, I was so excited. She had a limited edition book that had not been released. It will not be released to the general public. And you could buy it. And at the time that I signed up for her Patreon, it was on pre-order. So you had to pre-order it before, because it was on, I think it was like a Kickstarter project. So you could pre-order it through the Kickstarter. Well, I ended up doing something wrong, because she had 2 books for sale at that time. And I ended up buying the artist edition of Mythical Creatures and Whimsy Girl and Mythical Creatures. And I was like, oh crap, that wasn't the book I wanted. I wanted the other one. So I missed out, because they only made so many copies of that book. And I keep shooting diamonds at myself. They only made so many copies of that book. So if you didn't get it through the Kickstarter, then you didn't get one. I was really bummed out. Well, then she had a sale this weekend. Well, not really a sale, it was an auction. She had an auction to auction off a couple of the books that were damaged. And I was like, damaged how? Because I don't want to buy a damaged book. Y'all, the damages were like, the book I got, literally the corner of, like, literally the corner had been bent because of the way the post office put it. Like, somebody, I guess somebody must have returned it or something, because the corner was bent on it. I was like, the corner's bent? Who cares? The coloring pages are what I'm after. I'm not after the cover. The cover is really pretty, though. So she was like, you know, she was auctioning them off, and her poor little kitty cat has to have surgery. So the money, luckily, came at a good time, because her cat has to have surgery that's expensive. So I got one of those books. I will do a flip through as soon as it comes in. You guys, I am so freaking excited about this book. So yeah, so there will be more adult coloring. There will be maybe a little bit of cross stitch show and tell. I don't think I will do any cross stitching in general on the channel, just because I can't cross stitch and talk at the same time. Like a lot of people say they can't walk and chew gum. I can't cross stitch and talk. I, for some reason, have to sit here with my tongue hanging out of my mouth and cross stitch. I can't cross stitch and talk at the same time. I will mess up every time. It's a very simple pattern, but I will still mess it up. And I actually even bought a pattern over the weekend to do with one of my subscribers, so that we're going to do a couple of heart cross stitch patterns together. So I'm super excited about that. So there will be other crafts being shown on the channel. I'm going to try to, I've been having trouble trying to record the central machine, because I need a certain amount of time. I need the countertop. I need the kids to be like preoccupied. I'm going to see if one of these days that Mr. Coffee has off, if he'll take the kids to like the park or something for 45 minutes so that I can record. The problem is it's just been so rainy and gloomy here that I can't record, because I like to record in natural lighting, because if not, my lighting in my house is yellow and everything turns yellow. So I like to try to record in natural lighting. So I'm going to see if I can get Mr. Coffee to take the kids one day to the park or something so I can record. So there will be another Central Machine tutorial coming at some point. I do apologize that it's taking so long, but it is what it is. I live in real life, folks, and I have real life stuff that I got to do. So yeah, so I'm excited. 10,000 subscribers is a lot, and I never thought I'd see the day. I mean, when you're crafting, you never really think that that many people are going to be interested in something you're doing, and then to find out that they are, it's amazing. So thank you guys so much. Sorry, I'm picking trash out of my drills. I'm being really, really picky with these drills. So any little imperfection on them, and I'm taking them out of here. And some of them have knobbly bits on them. So give me a second. Let me go shuffle through these drills. All right, I think I got most of them. So yeah, so having the, oh nope, I forgot one. Having the following I have, I'm incredibly excited to. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for other milestones. And again, I want to hold off on doing a giveaway until it's okay to do it, because I don't want to omit my international folks. I want to make it fair for everyone to be able to participate. And if it takes longer than a month, I'm probably just going to try to do a gift card to either AliExpress or Diamond Art Club, obviously. Because not everybody gets down with Diamond Art Club, and I understand that. You don't have to get down with Diamond Art Club to be here. So, like, I might do a gift card to, like, AliExpress or something. But, or maybe even I'll see if Treasure Studios Arts has gift cards. I'm not sure if they have gift cards or not, but if they do gift cards, I'll buy a gift card from them, and then you guys can buy canvases from them. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited to see what the future holds for the channel. Summer is going to be interesting this year because of with everything going on. Am I going to be able to actually take the kids out and go do things? We did something. We plan on going to the south end of the park that we went to. We plan on going to the south end here in about 3 weeks, because that's when Mr. Coffee has his 10 days off. And I want for him to have off because I want him to have the next day off and not have to get up early. So, because right now he has off on Sundays, and I don't really want to go do something that strenuous on a Sunday and then him have to be to work first thing Monday morning. So we're going to hold off and wait until he has the time off to do it. Our plan to go get Minna this summer or to go visit her has been canceled, obviously, because of the virus. And she's okay with it. I'm okay with it. I bought her, I found this new product. It's not even really, it's a product. It's a hairbrush. It is a miracle hairbrush. I have very thick curly hair, okay? And I have been looking for a good hairbrush that won't break or rip all the hair out of my scalp when I'm brushing my hair. So I was online and I kept seeing this brush. And I'm like, what is up with this freaking brush? And they're like, the bristles come apart, or you can have it where the bristles stay together, but the brush is really nice, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is another one of those things you see that's coming from China. It's not going to be any good, blah, blah, blah. Hold on, I need to open up another bag of 310. So I just thought it was another one of those, like, China products. Because, you know, you see those ads on Instagram and stuff, and you're like, oh, it's a China product. It's not going to work, blah, blah, blah. Well, I've started, like, ever since that notebook, that elfin notebook that I reviewed, I've been starting to pay a little bit more attention to the ads I see on Instagram. And I've seen the ad for this hairbrush, and it comes apart and all this, and I'm like, well, it's a pretty cool hairbrush, and they're like for all curly hair types, and I'm like, well, this thing ain't gonna freaking work. Now, I have what is called 4C hair. It's really coarse, it's really thick. My grandmother is Indian. She's 100% Indian, so I have Indian in my heritage, so I have thick hair, and then it's curly as well. So I'm like, okay. Thick curly hair runs in the family. So Minna has that extremely thick curly hair. Orion has it to an extent, but Maggie, it's kind of like I ran out of curly toner when I was giving birth to them or something. So Maggie's hair is more like Mr. Coffee's instead of mine. So hers is wavy with a little bit of a ringlet at the bottom. Orion's is kind of like mine's, but more of a loose curl. And then Minna has the intense curls. So they're like her hair is extremely curly. She hates it, but I'm like, people pay good money for hair like that. You don't even understand. Like, people pay to have their hair like yours. And she goes, and I would pay to have my hair not like this. So I've been trying to find a good brush for myself. And I know if it'll work for my hair, it'll work for Minna's. So I saw the product. And the first thing I do when I see a product on Amazon or on Instagram, I check for it on Amazon. Because usually they'll have a product just like it on Amazon. So I saw the product and I was like, I don't want to wait for it to come from China. So I'm going to check for it on Amazon. Well, of course, they had it on Amazon. So I was like, and sold. So I went ahead and ordered it. It came in a couple of days later, and I was like, okay, let's check out this fancy brush. Cute little pink brush. I was like, oh, this is cute. This is cute. And I will link the brush down below for those folks. So I know I'm not the only person out here in these streets with really curly hair. So I'll link the brush. But I'm sitting there, and I'm brushing my hair, and this thing is brushing through my hair like nobody's business. It's like butter. Like, it was so smooth. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to buy one of these. I finished brushing my hair and immediately went and bought one for Minna. Now, they have different types. They have a pink one, which only comes with one, apparently. Then they have a black set that comes with two. And then they have a teal one, which I don't know if that one comes with one or two. But the one I got only came with one brush. The one I got Minna came with two of the brushes. And I was like, how did you get two? Like, apparently I didn't read the description. The black brush comes with two. So whenever I sent it to like my friends and stuff, I sent them the one for the black one. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't need two. I got one. I'm good. Well, then I find out that the same place has a blow dryer. And I'm like, oh, yes. So I went ahead and ordered the blow dryer to go with it. Because I broke my blow dryer long time ago. And I haven't had one. And letting my hair air dry is awful. Because it gets really tangly and unmanageable, and it's a pain in the butt to deal with. So I've been looking for a good hair dryer. So when I saw that they had a hair dryer, and I'm thinking, if the hair dryer is as good as the brush, then I'm going to be in hog heaven. So I went ahead and ordered the hair dryer to go with it. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I have just started paying a little bit more attention to these ads on Instagram, because a lot of them aren't bad products. Like, they had one for shoes, the little elastic that you can put on your shoes so that you don't have to tie your shoe, and it holds the shoelace thing together. I bought some of those for Maggie because Maggie isn't at an age right now that I want to teach her how to tie her shoes. So, well, she's not ready to tie her shoes. Orion knows how to tie his shoes. Maggie, not so much. So I went ahead and bought her some of the elastic little things for her shoes. Those have been a godsend. And you can use them on any shoes that have laces. You can replace the laces with these little plastic pieces, and it will essentially tighten that top part of the shoe up so that they don't have to tie their shoe. So I was pretty excited about that. Does this have a knobbly bit on it? Yeah, it does. I was wondering why it wasn't going down to the thing. It has a knobbly bit on it. But yeah, so I should be finished with this canvas this week or today. And then I don't know what canvas I'm going to start on next. I did finally get my order in from Diamond Art Club. For those folks that were wondering, yes, the packages are taking a little bit longer. The postal system is, backed up and, oh geez, they're backed up and clogged and everything else, just like all the other businesses out there. So be patient with them as they're trying their best to get all the packages and stuff out to people. There's so many people complaining right now in my group that I had to start deleting comments and stuff because I got tired of hearing all the complaining. But the virus is really affecting the postal service, and they're working as diligently as they can, and people are still like, I want my stuff now, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, we get it. So I finally did get my canvases in from Diamond Art Club. I will be doing an unboxing of those later this week. Hold on a second here. Okay, sorry. One of my neighbors locked themselves out of the house. A lot of times when people are new here, they forget that you have to have that key fob whenever you leave the apartment because our doors lock. So many times they'll see me sitting here, and to them it just looks like I'm diamond painting or watching TV or whatever. They don't realize that, because I don't tell my neighbors, hey, by the way, I do YouTube. So Not that I'm ashamed of it or anything. It's just, it never comes up. Like, I don't just randomly tell people, hey, I do YouTube. So when they come by the window, they see me sitting here just diamond painting, and they think I'm just diamond painting. So the guy comes up and he's like waving at me. And I was like, at first I just kind of put my hand up to wave because I figured they couldn't see me. And the guy was like really trying to get my attention. So I had to go see what he needed. Oh, also, I will have a review for these nails and a discount code for you guys, because the folks that sent me the nails sent me a discount code for you guys. So I'm going to do a video on the nails that you guys have been seeing on my hand all week. So get ready for that one. A reason why I didn't want to give you guys any details yet, because I want you guys to save money on trying them if you're going to try them. They are press-on nails, for those wondering. So I was waiting for them to give me the discount code, which they gave me last night. Oh, and let me tell y'all about this, okay? So if you are a YouTuber, pay close attention. If you're not a YouTuber, this might not pertain to you. I had a company, and I get companies all the time, and usually I just turn them down. Because when someone from Amazon contacts you to want you to try their product, they're trying to pay for a 5-star review. And if you don't give it to them, it's a scam that they try to do. Anyways, I was contacted by this company on Amazon, and they wanted me to do a review of a webcam. And I'm thinking, this is a perfect time to do a review of a webcam. And the lady was like, you know, if you pay for it, we'll pay you half now and then half when you do the review. And I'm like, excuse me? And usually, like, when I'm contacted, they'll send the stuff out for free or I get a discount code. I'm like, I would much rather you do a discount code, because then if it is a good product, I can write a review on Amazon, versus they'll ask you to pay for it and then they reimburse you after you place the order, and then they wait for you to give them a 5-star review, and then they'll give you back your money. If you don't give them a 5-star review, they won't give you back your money. Well, this was one of those people, and I was like, that's not how I roll, because if I don't like the product, I'm not going to lie to my subscribers and tell them that I like it when I really don't like it. I'm like, you might want to go try one of those other people, because I'm not about that game. Like, no, I don't do that. And she's like, oh, you're one of those uppity YouTubers that only accepts free items. And I'm like, no, I have no problem paying for stuff. 1, 2, the fact that you called me an uppity YouTuber makes me feel some type of way, because no, I'm not one of those YouTubers that is just out for free stuff. But I also am not going to sit there and pay for something and then have you tell me that I have to give you a 5-star review in order for it to be free and you give me my money back. I'm like, the fact that I have to pay for it and then you pay me back is shady enough. And I'm pretty sure it's against YouTube or Amazon policy. And I'm pretty sure if I contact Amazon and let them know your store name and everything, that they'll probably shut down your store, since it's against their policy. And the lady was like, well, I don't see why you need to do all that. And all you're doing, you just want me to send you free stuff. And I'm like, I don't want you to send me anything. You contacted me. So if you get people that contact you asking you to review their product, and you know you pay for it and they'll pay you back, yeah, it's a scam. Don't do it. They're trying to pay for a 5-star review. Some people will do it, and I've seen other YouTubers do it, but I'm not that type of YouTuber, y'all. Y'all should know this by now. So yeah, so that was that. But this week, I'm excited because it's sunny today, so I get to take the kids out, and we're going to go over to the big playground and go play for a little bit after I'm done, because they've been oh so nice to sit and play quietly together. Yeah, the kids are playing together quietly. This is one of the few times, which kind of sucks. It's one of the few times the kids will play together nicely, and I can actually get stuff done. So, like, I'm sitting here doing this Wip and Chat. My Wip and Chats are usually an hour long, and the kids will sit nicely and play together while I do my Wip and Chat. But then as soon as I'm done, as soon as I take the record button and turn it off, they're back at each other's throats again. And I'm like, if I could just record my life on a daily, like if you just get, like my channel is about to turn into a day in the life of Miss Coffee, because if all it takes is to record myself all the time for them to behave, I will record myself all day. I've also learned that Maggie loves to be recorded when she does stuff. Maggie wants to, both kids like YouTube, and both kids want to do YouTube. I'm not, like Maggie said about it in my Patreon video, she said she wanted people to subscribe to her, and I'm like, Maggie. And she pretends like she makes YouTube videos on her phone or on her tablet. She'll sit there and record videos of herself, like, writing out her alphabet or singing a song or something, and she'll be like, subscribe, like my videos, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's the cutest thing, but I'm not ready for my children to enter the world of social media in that way. Like, I would have to start them a channel and turn off the comments, because the first time somebody trolled one of my kids, I would flip out and curse everybody out. And I'm not about that life right now. Like, I'm not about that life. Maybe when they get a little bit older, if they still want to do YouTube. Like, Orion thinks it's the coolest thing that I do YouTube. And when he found out that I hit 10,000 subscribers, he goes, "Mom, do you know how many people that is?" And I'm like, 10,000? He goes, "Yes. That means 10,000 people listen to you." I'm like, not necessarily 10,000 people listen to every video. I wish it was that way, but it's not that way. I'm like, but there's 10,000 people that are subscribed to me. He's like, "Mom, that is so cool. He wants to do gaming on YouTube." And I'm like, no, if I were to hook you up with gaming, dude, you'd be on Twitch. But I think when they get a little bit older, if there's something they still want to do, I'll let them do it. But I just think it's funny that Orion's like, it's so cool. He tells all his friends, "My mom's a YouTuber." And they're like, "Oh, does she play games?" And he goes, "No, she diamond paints." And they're like, "What's that?" Matter of fact, Friday Night Live, Minna was in live with you guys, and her friend Zeta was listening in on the live and watching me diamond paint. And her friend Zeta start looking up diamond paintings, and I get a message from Minna, and she's like, "Yeah, Zeta thought you were awesome in your live tonight, blah, blah, blah." And she goes, "She's now looking for a diamond painting. Which one do you suggest? We're going to try to find something on Amazon." And I'm like, okay. So I like hooked them up with some stickers. So they'll have stickers coming to them this week that they can diamond paint stickers. Minna knows how to diamond paint, obviously, but her friend Zeta doesn't know how to diamond paint. So Minna's going to teach her friend how to diamond paint. And I thought that was really cute. I don't know. I don't see this as anything special. And lately I've been getting a lot of people that are like, "Oh my God, you're Miss Coffee." And I'm like, "Yes." Like, "We just love you." I'm like, "Okay. I'm just a chick on a couch. I'm not really anything that special. Just, stay-at-home mom trying to keep all her hair together, whatever." Speaking of hair together, is anybody else getting the quarantine grays? I'm getting the quarantine grays. So I went and got some new hair extensions. I love them. One, love them. Two, I've had a patch of gray hair in the front of my head for as long as I can remember. I'm pretty sure I was born with at least one strand of gray hair. I'm not sure why, but I went to go put my hair extensions in the other day, because, I'm trying to live this unbelievable life. And all I could see in the front was gray hair. And I'm like, what in the world? And it's like 10 or 12 strands of gray hair right in like a skunk stripe right in the front of my head. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I know I'm getting older. That's fine. But I'm getting the quarantine grays. If it wasn't bad enough that I, was getting gray hairs over homeschooling, now just the fact that the kids are home and we're still stuck in the house and everything else, I'm getting the quarantine grays. On top of gaining weight, I'm now getting gray hairs as well, because they're stressing me out to the max, and I'm just like, oh, good God. So, like, I need to dye my hair again, and this is the perfect time for those folks that are like, "I want to dye my hair." Dye your hair now while you don't have a job, so that when you go back to work, you can dye it back to its normal color or something. But this is the time to go crazy with your hair, apparently. So, like, I need to dye my hair again, because I don't mind the grays, but I hate the fact, like, the gray hairs that are throughout the rest of my hair, I don't mind. But it's right when they're right up front and that's the only thing you can see, that's when I have a problem with it. Now, if my whole head was gray, I'd be cool. I'd be straight. I'd be rocking the gray hair. But it's just that patch up front, and then there's straggles of grays throughout my hair. Now, I'm only 35. But I've had gray hairs for as long as I can remember. I just thought everybody was born with them like I was. And come to find out, no, everybody's not born with them. I'm just a rare breed, apparently. So, I need to color the grays in the front of my hair so that I don't look like a skunk. Because it looks weird when you have like brownish black hair, and then there's like a streak of gray running through it. I look like Rogue from X-Men. So I need to take care of that. But yeah, so this week's videos, I have a pretty good lineup for you guys. I was supposed to be trying to figure out how to do something else with like your spare drills. I'm testing a couple of things out now that you can do with your spare drills. So sometime, hopefully before the end of summer, I will show you what we have come up with, because I'm coming up with fun and creative things. I'm not a Pinterest parent. I'm not a Pinterest parent. Those things you see on Pinterest, no, that's not stuff I can do with my kids. Last time I tried making stuff with my kids in the kitchen, it did not turn out well. I don't think brownies are supposed to look like soup. So we don't do kitchen activity crafting type things. And I don't do like I can draw with the kids. Like I'll draw with Orion, I'll color with Maggie. We do creative things, but I'm just not a Pinterest mom. Like I can never be that mom, and I refuse to let Pinterest knock me off my pedestal, okay? I'm a good mom most days, but when I get on Pinterest, no, it kills my self-esteem, because I'm like, I should be a mom like this that can make bird feeders out of gallon jug bottles or something. But I'm not, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay that I'm a crafty mom, just not in the Pinterest crafty mom way. I'm not built like that. But we have a couple of crafty things that I'm doing with the kids over the summer. This summer, I'm trying to come up with ideas for things that we can do in the house besides like our normal games and watching TV and stuff, just to keep their minds busy and going, and kind of distract them from the fact that we can't go outside. But I do need to go to the barber salon for Orion. You can go to the barber salon, but you have to make an appointment, obviously, because you can only have so many people in a location at a time. Because even though we're back open, you can only have so many people in a location at a time. So I need to get Orion out to the hair salon to get his hair cut. He's not going to be excited about it, but it needs to be done because he's starting to look like a woolly mammoth. And Mr. Coffee is complaining about his. Mr. Coffee ended up making a mistake the other night when he went to go get in the shower. And before he gets in the shower, he usually trims up his beard and mustache, and then he gets in the shower. Well, he ended up having the wrong guard on his razor and ended up shaving off his entire beard. Now, for those folks who have spouses that have facial hair, the moment they shave that facial hair off and they go back to being teenagers again, or little babies, is the funniest thing on the planet. Mr. Coffee has been like trying to hide his face with his shirt and everything else, because like Maggie keeps pointing out that he looks funny without his beard. And Mr. Coffee hasn't been without facial hair in probably about a year and a half, 2 years. Like right when we first got here, he went without for a little bit, and then it grew back in and he just let it grow. Now he doesn't have one of the big scraggly ones like you normally would see, but he keeps it like clean and close to his face, because he's not even really supposed to have it for work anyway, because his mask that he has to use won't fit with facial hair. So he usually keeps it trimmed down pretty good, and he'll trim it. He was trimming it the other night, and he ended up using the wrong guard and trimming it off. And so now my husband looks like a 16-year-old. And he was telling me that he went to go buy cough medicine or something the other day, and he got carded because they have that rule where you can't buy stuff at Walmart, certain items like Sudafed and stuff, unless you are carded. And they carded him. Now, Mr. Coffee is only 3 years younger than I am, but without facial hair, he literally looks like he's 16. So he's not very happy right now because he got carded for buying medicine for his allergies and stuff. And he went to go buy stuff at the pharmacy, and I'm like, the lady's like, can I see your ID? And there was a new lady at the pharmacy. I had never seen her before, and she asked him for his ID, and I'm like, do you need your mommy to pick up your prescriptions for you, honey? And he's like, shut up. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Look at the little baby getting mad. Like, I like messing with Mr. Coffee. He's hilarious. But folks, I should probably get going. I know it's not quite an hour, but I have other things I need to do. I need to finish up this canvas, and I want to go play Roblox with the kids, because again, I'm getting into Roblox, and this is going to be my new obsession. So maybe I'll just play Roblox. Like, we'll do some gameplay for you guys of me playing Roblox and raging out against the games. But I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here. I will figure out a way to do a giveaway on the channel. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it or what I'm going to do, but I will figure out a way to do something for you guys to say thank you. Even if it is just a gift card, I will figure out something. I want to make it fair for everyone, because I didn't get to where I'm at by excluding my international folks, and I don't want them to feel left out. So, as soon as I figure out what I want to do for my giveaway, I will let you guys know. But that is it for me for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and helping me get through the last little bit of this canvas. Again, I will show the final canvas as soon as Stitcherista gets it in her hands. I'm going to put up the post review when she gets it so that she can see and know where all the enhancements are and why I did things the way I did. I hope she's happy with it. I also hope she likes glow in the dark. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel and would like to see more random crazy videos just like this one, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I randomly decide to put up a video, because believe me, it's random. But with that said, folks, I must now bid you adieu. But not before reminding you, like I always strive to, be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.